It was an emotional morning for the family of 31-year-old Marsha Sherman of Pearls in St. Andrew. They gathered at the Grenville police station this morning, where officers were beginning an investigation into the circumstances surrounding her death. It was just after midnight when her body was recovered from the outside of her residence underneath a tarpaulin with multiple chop wounds. It was Marsha's eldest son, who is 14, who ran from Pearls to Grenville close to midnight to alert the police of an altercation between his mother and stepfather. He is said to have reported that his stepfather was using a cutlass to beat his mother. Upon arrival at the house with the officers, his mother's lifeless body was discovered underneath the tarpaulin. Indications are that she was chopped in her head and on her hands. Her male companion, 45-year-old Isaac Gilbert, turned himself in to the police this morning. Marsha's mother, Brenda Sherman, spoke to GBN this morning.
Well, this morning the police came and called me at 1 this morning, and then when I had the noise, Miss Brenda, and I jump up, I said, "Who is that?" She said, police. When I opened the door, I saw a female officer. And then she tell me we have an incident with my daughter. So I said, my daughter? She said, which daughter? She said, the one on the airport. So she said, one time I was telling you. I said, well, tell me. She said, just got a call, and when they rush up the meter line, and then she died, and I just started to bawl. And then we called the neighbors, and I went up on the scene.
Mrs. Sherman says the family never shared a bad relationship. However, she still wants justice.
Well, she was a very nice child to me, because if I want anything and ask her, she would give me. Well, in the oldies, they had a good relationship, but in the end, they had a rough time.
Explain a rough time.
They had confusion, like with maybe other woman problem. And then he was also a nice guy to me. Because most time if I fall sick and I call him to drop me in the hospital, he will come. Well, very hurtful. Well, yeah, justice.
Sherman had been living with Isaac for 8 years with their 3 children. GBN understands that the deceased woman, who was placed in a home for battered women in St. Patrick following a dispute with Gilbert earlier this year. She returned home after spending about 2 months at the facility. For GBN News, I'm Rickisha St.